Hello, guys. Greetings, and good morning from my end. Yeah, on to Augustine again. Augustine is here to give us a summary of the mass adoption meeting, or would I say the founders meeting. My apologies for not coming around yesterday. I had a whole lot of things to attend to, and by the time I was done, time had already gone. So that was the reason why you didn't see me on my broadcast yesterday. And today, I'm here to give us a quick one. I'm here to give us a summary of the just concluded founders meeting. That's what I'm going to do. And I want to first of all begin by reminding us that we are in a race to save humanity. The elites are in a race to enslave humanity. The economy is moving into a digital system. There will be a digital system that will lock you in the matrix, and there will be another digital system that will free you from the matrix. We are those that are going to save you and free you from the matrix. Using our system as a medium of exchange will guarantee freedom for the rest of your life. If you use the elite system of control, you are going to experience more taxation. You are going to experience more inflation. And the agenda of the elites has always been Agenda 2030, saying you will own nothing and you'll be happy. That has always been their agenda, and they're not hiding it. They put it in Georgia Guidestone. When they saw that people were becoming aware of their plans, they brought it down. You see, they know what they are doing, and they are still pushing forward on their agenda for depopulation. They are still pushing forward on their agenda for transhumanism. They are still pushing forward on their agenda for joblessness. They are still pushing forward for their agenda for smart cities. They are pushing forward on very wicked and ungodly agendas, which look beautiful on face value. And they call it Millennium or SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. When you sit down and study what Sustainable Development Goals are, you'll find out that the devil is an intelligent being, and he knows how to hide the truth in plain sight. I'm here to continue to give the community information as much as I can. And for those of you who may not know me, my name is Augustine. I'm one of the many broadcasters in our Simply Brilliant community. I'm also an agent in our Simply Brilliant community that helps in doing goodwill. And I'm also a member in the Privy Council, which is the highest body in our Simply Brilliant community. I am also an ambassador, the first ambassador for the Simply Brilliant Community Nigerian chapter. That's who I am. And over time, you are going to get a whole lot of updates, information from me as regards how we are going to take control out of the hands of the elites and return it back to the people. Your responsibility, who will be watching me or who is watching me now, is to make sure you share these information. Some of you are ashamed of your community. Some of you are hiding in this community, and your neighbor does not even know that you are a member in the Simply Brilliant community. Is this how you want our membership days to get to 1 billion? By hiding and keeping quiet and watching to see how things will unfold. I'm giving you a guarantee that right from the advent of this new administration, you're going to see a whole lot of things. Let the past be the past. Let the past be bygones. Let's move forward. There are a lot of things that are going to play out between now and the end of this week and even next week, which is going to reassure the community that this present administration, which we know as Admin Scott, has good intentions and he's going to achieve it. He's going to actualize it. The community will bounce back to our previous numbers. We were about 52,000 at the beginning of this year, and between now and the latest first quarter of next year, we're going to bounce back to those numbers and we're going to exceed those numbers. Our membership base will get to over 1 million members next year, and it's going to continue to build. How that will happen, you are going to witness it as the day goes by, provided you're an active member in the Simply Brilliant community. I also want you to know that you being a member in this community, one of the sacrifices you pay, the rewards will be to become a world power, to save humanity from the control of the elites. If you are corrupt, if you are given to ungodliness, if you are given to covetousness and attitudes that are consistent with the other side, then the community would not permit you to thrive. I, for one, will not also allow you to thrive. I happen to be one of the members in the community that thrives when it comes to administration, when it comes to leadership. So if you are given to ungodliness and you're looking for ways to exploit this system, you won't go far, because people like myself who are scattered at the top hierarchy will not allow that to happen. And as the community continues to expand, those that are like-minded will ascend to the top, and together we're going to make this world a better place. I want to conclude this my prelude. I want to conclude this my introductory phase by saying that out of the 8 billion people that are on this earth, that the majority are on the good side. The unfortunate side of it is that the evil ones are so few, and they have collaborated with the government and the banking system to usurp control and authority over the rest of the citizens ignorantly. So what people are seeing and experiencing is because they are ignorant. If people were aware of how the system works, there will be a revolution, and it was going to change the dynamics. And I am telling you that we are that revolution. As we build our membership base, we're educating 1 billion members from across the world. That change is imminent. It must happen. So this is my prologue. This is my introductory phase for this community. And now let us begin. The meeting yesterday was held by our brother and friend, Dr. Kaudasha. It was anchored by him, and of course, it was presided over by the administration. The administration was able to take his time to give some very detailed information, which I'm going to highlight. And one of the things that, few of the things he talked about, there were about 7 agendas, 7, 8 or so. Well, I was able to take note of 7 major agendas, which I'm going to take my time to highlight this morning. The first one he talked about is about our internal swap, which I'm going to also talk about. The second one we're going to talk about is that there is going to be a new link for SBC payouts, which we're going to talk about. Now, that's actually a ledger. Of course, you know that every system has a ledger. Now, some of us were able to go about our verification. Now, the administration on point 2, I'm on point 2, which is the new link. Now, that new link that is coming up is going to give you a ledger of all transactions that has been carried out in the community by the donors. The donors are the agents who have been donating. So some of you have been saying in the KCBO, you go there, you don't see anything. When you go to the KCBO, you just see numbers, and those numbers, you don't even know whether those numbers are true or not. You know, during the early times of this our agent donation, you saw a good number of people that made donations, and those donations are nowhere to be found. So some people are saying, where are those numbers? How do I even know how many people has donated to me? That ledger is coming out. And with that ledger, you see how many people has donated to you just by putting in your wallet address. You see how many people have donated to you. You see the amount of Joy G you have. If you've also received SBFC, you also see the amount of SBFCs. All these things are the foundations that will be laid so that when we launch our exchange officially, agents will be able to swap from SBFC into USDT so that they can use it for donation. These are the things that are going to start on playing out between now and next week. So get yourself ready, put on your seat belts, tighten it very well. If you are an agent, get ready. Remember that one of the things that agents are required to do is to be transparent, to be sincere, to be straightforward, and let them make their time to do a very good goodwill. And they should also take good care of themselves, just like the scripture says. Love your neighbor just like you love yourself. Now, in our community, it advises that you first of all take care of yourself so that you have the momentum, the zeal, the strength, the enthusiasm to go out and then help others. If you're not taking care of yourself, then how can you go out and help others? And at the same time, it doesn't mean that if you are being paid $100, you use $50 to take care of yourself. No, preferably use a tithe of it. A tithe is about 10%. If you have so much needs, the maximum you should need use just 15%. And then the rest of it, 85%, should be used in helping the poor. If you are someone that is given to helping and you want the world to be a better place, let that formula guide you. 15% maximum of whatever thing you receive from the system. You have the choice to go about goodwill, whether you want to do it on a weekly basis or biannual basis, by monthly basis or on a monthly basis. But every person that is an agent should restrict his goodwill to monthly basis. You shouldn't wait for 2 months. You should, as much as possible, do it once in a month if you are getting donations. And your donation should at least get to around $50. $50 should suffice for you to do goodwill. When you have $50 from here in Nigeria, that's roughly about 55,000 or 57,000. That's some reasonable amount of money. You don't need to go big. You just need to go small and then do goodwill. If you can be consistent in doing goodwill, people will feel your effect. People will feel your goodness. And In other words, God will bless you for helping the poor. If you are going to be deceitful about it, then God sees your actions and you would get the same reward over time. But if you are sincere, giving out in all sincerity of heart, you would receive rewards from God. You would also get donations from those who are helping people who are seeing your evidence. Because when you make a goodwill, you document it and you feature it on the blog, on our private blog. Of course, every agent has access to a private blog, and then members in the community will see it. You can put it on YouTube, broadcast it, be I mean, show people that you are working, and people will see it and then they will support you. That's how the system is designed. All right. So I've dwelt on the second highlight. I deliberately did that on purpose. Now, moving over to the next one, training section in our KCBO. Yeah, the administration said that will be walked about training section. I would highlight about it. I'll talk more in details shortly. Now, swapping from SBFC to USDT will be made available soon, most likely next week, so that agents can engage in doing goodwill around the world, which I've also talked about. But now it's actually highlighted. The administration buttressed on it. And then going forward, the fifth point, as members join our community, the price of Joy G will go higher. Our community coin is people driven. I've said it in my previous broadcast. Please do well to refer to my previous broadcast. It is people driven. People driven in the sense that as more members join the community, active members, not inactive. Our community is a two-way coin. If membership grows, our coin appreciates. Whether people buy it or not, it doesn't matter. The point is, as people come in, the price goes up. And within the time that we have launched to when we'll officially be on our exchanges, we are going to use that time to sensitize the community by training them and sanctioning them for those who compromise, those who don't keep to the huddle rules. That's what our coin is doing. It's going to take some time, but it's not going to be up to a year. It's going to take some time. I don't know how soon, but the administration is looking at raising the price of the coin to a very reasonable level before it features on the exchange, or else we are going to suffer the same thing we suffered in Joy G. So what he wants to do is build a very formidable liquidity so that when we are on the exchange, number one, it will be very difficult for the ordinary person to have access to one coin, because of course everybody will play around with it just like they've been playing around with other coins for trading. Our coin is not for trading. Our coin is community driven, used for goodwill. We are humanitarian. When you go to our Kringle Cashback office, which very soon it will be changed to another URL link, you will find out that it's Simply Brilliant Community, and we have explicitly stated our intents for humanity, which is global goodwill. So our coin is to help to achieve that purpose. And that coin I'm referring to is SBFC. We also have another coin, which is SBC, which is to build our own private banking system where merchants and members will come in, collaborate with us, and have a system outside of the control of the elites. And then, if that exists, when it will exist, because definitely it exists, we are going to break out of the matrix. A good number of people who are in the matrix are ignorant. We are going to break out of the matrix, and as we offer people jobs, offer people beautiful opportunities to empower themselves, many rest of humanity will fall out, will go out of the control of the elites. And then the government and the banking system and the elites and the World Bank and the IMF and the Bank of International Settlements will fall like a pack of cards. Because as long as the people are serving under them, then they have dominance over the people. This is what we are doing. We are not hiding it. The only unfortunate thing is these informations I'm giving will not fall into the hands of so many people. If you are listening to me, it will be selfishness if you ask me to get these informations and you refuse to spread the information, you refuse to educate people, you just fold your hands. To me, that's unfair, because if you want humanity to be free, you have to work. You have to tell people what is happening, because many people are doing what they are doing because they don't know. If they knew, that would be a different narrative. Now, let's keep moving forward. Now, sponsor change. Sponsor change is also one of the things that was talked about in our meeting. Sponsor change is still going on. Members can decide to become sponsors. Members can decide to be sponsors under the condition that they write to the support. That is, a downline can write to the support, telling the support that they want to have someone over them as a sponsor. And it is a one-time opportunity. If you are having someone in mind to become your sponsor, that person should have proved a leadership criteria that is impeccable. I mean, the person should have been well informed about this community. The person should not be a novice. The person should not be greedy. There are characteristics to look out for as an individual, having an upline, that upline will play out as a father figure or a mother figure to you. And mother figure, father figure means guidance. If you are having someone that is not guiding you appropriately and all the person is interested in is pay your subscription fee so that he gets 50%, that's a greedy upline. And I'm sorry to say that there are a good number of people out there that don't do their homework. Now, for instance, my individual self, I take my time to fellowship with my downlines. I have a good number of downlines. I take my time to fellowship with them. Fellowshipping with them means I bring time out and I talk to them at least 45 minutes. Anyone who is my downline, who is watching me, will know that I do that. I take my time to fellowship with my downline and I take time to brood on my downline. I take my time to incubate my downline. And it is the knowledge about the community that keeps my downline paying his subscription fee, because my downline knows what is coming. My downline knows that he won't make mistakes. My downline knows that I will guide him in case he stumbles or he wants to fall. My downline knows that as long as I'm there and he's discouraged, I would give him the strength to keep moving forward. That's what an upline should do. So if you are picking an upline, make sure you take your time to select a very credible upline so that you don't feel bad. Because if you've done it once, it can't be done twice. It can't be undone. So this is a note of warning. Now, I'm still highlighting a few things, and at the same time elaborating on it. So let's move on. And the final one, I've talked about the sixth one. Now, the final one is additional training for members in the community. Now, this training is going to be organized by members of the Privy Council. The Privy Council are trying to be a kind of extension for the administration of the Simply Brilliant community. And the two anchor points we're looking at here are Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community. He has been calm for some time. He's been working a whole lot of things and he's been doing business as well, so that something can be on his table. He's also going to come in and future to train the community. The problem we are having in this community is we don't have trainings. The problem we're having in this community is that a good number of people are not even paying attention to what the system is saying or talking about. What they are only interested in is what is in for me. Well, the administration alongside with the Privy Council are coming up with something that is very good, so that individuals who want to follow the necessary paths to freedom will follow it without making mistakes. That's the path that we're setting up. Secondly, Dr. Kaldasha would also be doing some exclusive training for members of the community. And there will be some terms and conditions required. And as well of myself, I'll be giving some informations, giving some trainings where necessary. And one of those trainings are these. And then the likes of Brother Mofo Gildas, who happen to be the chief member helper, would also be giving some information, some trainings where necessary. And every other member in the Privy Council, the likes of Brother Mechi, the likes of the ambassador for Ivory Coast, which is Brother Keba Innocent. These people are going to come together to inform the community. And anyone who cares to plug in will not get himself misinformed. I want you guys to encourage him, encourage the administration, encourage the Privy Council. Let's work as a team, because the only way we can win this is by getting united and connected together to make a difference. Okay? All right. So on that said, let's finalize. I believe I have been able to say a whole lot. And I may go into a few details. But there's something I want to bring to your attention. And that has to do with our community. It has to do with our community. I want to talk about it just very briefly. Now, we've begun our week 6. And we have been building this momentum for about 6 weeks now. And I must say, congratulations to every agent that has taken their time to donate. It hasn't been easy to donate because the idea has been modified. Some of us don't know, but let me tell us what it is. Now, if you become an agent and you start donating to your fellow agents, from day one, when you donate $10 to 10 agents, $1 each, you get back 50% of it. So from day one, you start getting $15 in SBFC, which you are expected to hodl, okay? And then it is just for you to hodl, nothing more. Now, when the exchange comes out, the fundings that you are supposed to use to do goodwill are the fundings that will be given to you by your fellow agents. There are 2 things you should please take note of. Number 1, there are donations that you would receive from your fellow agents, which you should use to do goodwill, which you can also make use of to take care of yourself. One of the ways to take care of yourself is paying your subscription fee. That's one of the ways of taking care of yourself. And there are other ways to do that. It's up to you, depending on how much that is paid to you. Okay. Now, another way is for you to use the exchange to buy SBFC. And the opportunity to buy SBFC is wow, $25 for one now. And in the next 3 months, it may be $50 because the community is going to really skyrocket. I talked about it in my previous videos. Those of you who care to watch, refer to my previous videos and watch. But if you have money, buy as much SBFC as you can. Buy it and hodl it. And then as long as you have bought it and hodl it, you are going to see the value appreciate as members come into the community. The intent of the administration is to grow the price of SBFC such that when it's featuring on the exchanges, the price should be very reasonable. I don't know what the value will be. It may be $7,000, it may be $10,000. But like I said, whatever the price is, it will be such that it will be difficult for one individual to buy. And even those exchanges will have it in limited forms. And of course, the exchange I'm referring to is PancakeSwap. I don't know if other exchanges will see it. Of course, everybody will see our community and how excellent we are as a humanitarian organization and will want to be part of us by buying into SBFC. So liquidity for SBFC is going to build and possibly skyrocket from next year. This is outside of our plan for SBC. SBC will be talked about when we get to those numbers. But the point I'm actually driving at here has to do with our donation. And members who make donations have access to getting 50% every day for the first 30 days. Now, from the 31st day, they are getting 100%. So each time they donate $10, they get $20. And that $20 is in SBFC, which if they hodl it long enough, the price appreciates. Now, in the ledger that will be coming up, you'll be able to see how much you've bought from the exchange. You will also be able to see how many people has donated to you so that you will know how much you're withdrawing. Another thing you should take note of is if you are withdrawing, you are not supposed to recycle it for donations. Your withdrawal is to be used to take care of yourself, to donate, to do goodwill, and then do a whole lot of other things. That's what the intention of the exchange is for. It is not for your personal to use to donate. It is for you to do your own personal thing and to help other people around you. All right. So on that said, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate everybody that has featured on week one. And I want to use the next maybe 30 seconds to talk about the Nigerian community. The Nigerian community is just having one person, and that individual is myself. I'm the ambassador for the Simply Brilliant community. And some of you, let me stop sharing my screen and share my screen again so that you can see a few things. Some of you would have witnessed the event that took place sometime last year. And in that event, we did a goodwill. I was the one that anchored that goodwill. Some of you that may not have known, I'm sharing my screen again. Now, under goodwill, you can go into ambassadors. I'm going to look into ambassador. I'm going to look into Nigerian goodwill. Now, why I'm saying this is because I want you guys to support the Nigerian community. It doesn't look like the Nigerian community are receiving enough support from the members of the community. Yes, you are listening to me. Some of you are donating. But I want you to give room for the Nigerian community to thrive. Please do well to support the Nigerian community. Support me. I haven't done any goodwill this year. The Cameroon community, which is Brother Chief Justice and then Brother Mofo, they've done a number of goodwill. I'm not so quick to do goodwill because I want to be sure that what I'm giving out is worthwhile. I'm not someone that gives goodwill in piecemeals. I do it in lump sum. I'm looking at getting at least nothing less than $100. $100 is quite a lot of money now because money has lost its purchasing power. That can buy a whole lot of things in Africa, and I can do it to a good number of people, at least cover a range of 50 people, and they are happy. That's my joy. And I want you guys to support me to help that to become a reality. All right, so let's go into the ambassador page. Some of you may not have known. And under the ambassador page, this is the Kringle Private Society. Remember, we're still rebranding. A lot of things are still coming up. So don't get yourself bogged up by that. And these are the ambassadors that has existed so far. And you're going to see Ambassador Augustine, which is myself. And I have done the part I can. In all sincerity, this is me. I have done the part I can. So I don't mean to bluff. I don't mean to, make loud my trumpet. But there was a statement the administration made, and to a good extent, that's very true. To a good extent, the simply brilliant community still stands in Nigeria because people like myself, we have believed in this system. Now, this was what the administration said, which I want you guys to look at. And I have said it in previous times that I'm going to stay with us till we get to our economy phase. But I need you guys to support. If I'm the only one that is doing donations, I can only get $1 for myself and nothing more. But if you guys can collaborate and support me, I'll be glad. Now, this is what the administration said. He said this is not the first time the Kringle Society has spread goodwill in $21,000 of goodwill was spread over 3 locations, 7,000 each by the Kringle Society. It only took about 9 weeks since the launch of K-Love, and that with less than 1,200 people that have bought it, K-Love raised 50,000. 10,000 was used for Ivory Coast in February, and another 10,000 was used in India, another 10,000 in Bangladesh, another 10,000 in Cameroon. This is amazing. K-Love has raised 50,000. Now, this is the part I want you guys to take note of. 50,000 to buy food under the Crinkle Society Goodwill will now Simply Brilliant Community. Since 2020, TBC community in Nigeria, this is the part I want you to take note of. Since 2020, TBC Nigeria community has been divided. So perhaps this new ambassador will reunite them as the TBC admin continues to show favor to those in Nigeria. So the administration gave 10,000 to us, and I'm actually there. I've not done so much, like I've done the part I can, but I am still willing to do much more, and I'm asking for your support. Please, if you guys can support the Nigerian community, support me, support as many Nigerian agents that are there. We want to make a difference. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the goodwill. So you can actually go back, and then when you go back and then you come to goodwill and go to Nigeria, that's a highlight of the things that I did. I've said this before, and I was as transparent as I can. These are all my receipts. All my documentations are there. Now, when you look at this, if you can look at this, and I zoom in, I don't know if you're seeing this, but then as at the time this was done, okay, as at the time this was done, the exchange rate of our dollar to naira was 600 about 1 year ago. Our exchange rate was about 600, but as I speak to you now, the exchange rate is no more 600. As I speak to you, the Nigerian community, the exchange rate according to Binance for a dollar to a naira is about 1,190. 1,190. It's about 1,200. And I dare to say that before the end of this year, it could get to 1,500. So that means inflation has really played out in the Nigerian community, you know. But the point I'm actually driving at is the level of transparency that I've been given. And I'm going to give this same level of transparency depending on the fundings that are given to me. So you guys should support. All these are documentations that buttresses the point. These are some of the things that we did, some of the items we bought. We did our best, and we are still going to do more. So support us if you can. All right. All right. So I'm rounding off. Now I'm rounding off. Do well to like this video. If you haven't yet liked this video, I would appreciate it if you can like. I would appreciate it if you can share this information. You can subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Okay. All right. So this is the competition that is going on. I wouldn't say it's a competition, but it's a donation. People are doing their best. And this is myself. My name is Chukwuego Augustine Obidimma. I'm the only Nigerian here. I'm hoping to have more Nigerians. If you can support us, fine. But if you choose not to, then support me. Let my Nigerian community at least see what I'm doing. Let there be blogs, let there be evidence. The intent of the admin is to spread this information far and wide. Please do well to support. Okay? And that were shared in our mass adoption meeting or founders meeting on Wednesday. So when you come here and then you come to this point, you'll find out the third party crypto swap. You can take your time to look into it. Now, this was put out there. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to a third party. But of course, you can buy BUSD. You can buy anything you have. swap it to USDT with ease. That's why this was put there, for ease purpose. Even Bitcoin, you can swap it to any currency of your choosing. So this is for simplicity's sake. Instead of you to run to MetaMask and MetaMask is giving issues, or you run to wherever and it's giving issues, plugging onto this external exchange, internal exchange is going to help. And then my shout out to those who are receiving their SBFC, do well to huddle it. Our community has a lot of wonderful things to unfold in a short while. Okay. And then that reminds me, before I finally go and then get feedbacks from the those who are viewing me. If you have feedback, please give me your feedbacks. So between now and the next few days, you are going to get an update from the blog. The administration will be putting an update on the blog, and that update is to tell you that he's out to support you. The administration is going to tell you on the blog that there is no more going to be gimmicks, and that if there is anything that has happened that has made the community to have lack of confidence in us, that he wants to restore back that confidence, and that you guys should give him a chance. He's asking you guys to give him a chance. Now that blog is going to be so touching. You guys are going to love the blog. The administration is trying to be as transparent as he can. I don't want to go into so much details, but I want you guys to prepare for the blog. Between now and Wednesday, you're going to get the blog, and it's going to wow all of you. And I want you guys to give the administration your support. All he's asking of you is give him your support. The money that you're using to pay subscription fee is for your own good. It is not to benefit the community. And the concern of many members is their upline. The administration is now changing that narrative so that each time you see your upline, you'll be proud that you pay your subscription fee and your upline received 50%. Some of you are not happy because you were taken advantage of. You were deceived. Let me use that word. So the chance is now. Change your sponsor. Look for a sponsor you can trust. Work with your sponsor and build the community. It is borderless. Don't be sentimental. Don't be tribalistic. Some of you are so tribalistic that you want to stand with someone that is from your country. Well, decide as you wish. It's your choice. But make someone that is a good upline. That is the conclusion of the matter. All right, on that said, I think this is all for the summary of the mass adoption meeting. Please, founders meeting, do well to like, do well to share these informations. The main thing is sharing. I want you guys to know that there is a part of the scriptures that said that road that leadeth to destruction is a wide road, and there are so many people that go in thereat. And the road that leadeth to life is a narrow path, and only few find it. I can tell you without mixing words that I'm giving you life in this community. The informations I'm giving are, I can dare to say that they are life. You won't get these informations anywhere. And it is not my responsibility to give you these informations and still go ahead and then share it to the groups. It is those who are watching me that should help in doing that. That shows collaboration. But if you finish getting these informations and you fold your hands, then you are fighting the community unconsciously. Let us build a better community. Let us support each other. You may not have the skill, you may not have the oratory, you may not have the ability to be as fluent as I am, but you can support me. You can be my hands extended by spreading this information far and wide, giving it to your friends, your loved ones, those that are downtrodden, those that are feeling less concerned, those that feel they've been taken advantage of. The opportunity is now. You can change. And then let the past be by the past. Let the past be in the past and move forward. The community wants you to help to succeed, and you will also succeed, becoming an elite and making sure that we push the agenda of the elite 1,000 years to come. Yes, I know that the Bible is true. Now, I'm from a Christian point of view. I know the Bible is true, and everything was written there. And the scriptures talked about the mark of the beast. It will happen, but it won't happen in our generation. It will happen, but it may be in the next generation. It may not even be in our children's generation. I don't know when it will be, but it will happen nonetheless. But the truth is that it is not in our time. Some people say the world has come to an end. From my point of view, the world hasn't come to an end. Now, the scripture said these things will happen. The scriptures also said it is the beginning of the end. It is not the end. We have a whole lot of things to achieve as people of light. That's what we are. And if you are thinking that the world has come to an end and that anytime soon that the church will be taken away for those who are of the faith, well, it still has. The devils are having full sway over. Drug addiction is on the rise. The kingdoms of darkness are feeling on top of the world. That's not the will of your creator. Your creator is that the light will shine and that darkness will not comprehend the light. That's what we are supposed to do. That has to happen. Kingdoms of darkness must be subdued. And as long as that has not yet happened, don't expect light to happen. Don't expect God, don't expect the rapture of the saints to happen anytime soon. You must see that the kingdom of light prevails over darkness. Then God would beat his chest and say, my children has prevailed. Then my church come back home. This is what will happen. And some of you that are thinking that it's going to get very bad, very, very bad, it's a lie. Because if it gets so bad, how many people are going to be taken away? How many people are going to beat their chest and say, yes, I've made it? Are you aware that so many people are into a lot of ungodly ways of making money and they are proud about it? Do you think it is the will of your creator to continue to do that? No. Your will of your creator is to do the right thing. Enjoy the goodness of God and spend and make money the right way. That is the truth. If you're having a different alternative or a different narrative, well, it's your choice. It's your choice, but I'm giving you the truth, and the truth must be spoken. That's the whole truth. All right, on that said, I will stop here. I know that there are mixed multitudes that watch my channel, but I was able to express from my Christian point of view. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I'm a Christian, I should also tell you what is coming, and it's fine if you don't agree. But I hope you agree. All right, so if you are here and you have one or two feedbacks to make, please do well to make that feedback. And then this is Howda, right? Howda. TBC SBC. Yeah, greetings, my brother. And then this is my beloved brother. This is my senior brother. His name is Brother Okeke. And wow, God bless you always, Austin, for sharing quality information about SBC, especially the summary of our founders meeting. Shalom. Thank you so much, beloved brother. It's a pleasure. So I don't know if you have one or two other feedbacks to make. I want you also know you can always reach out to me. My phone number is there. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. We can relate. My responsibility is not just to be high up there. No, my responsibility is to be down here and then have a heart to heart with you guys. Yes, as long as I'm disposed, I want to. Help me to help you. And let's build a community that is given and driven by love and respect. That is it. I want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to these 4 people. There are 4 people that have followed me on this broadcast from the beginning through to this point. I don't know who you are, but it looks like you are someone that knows me very closely and you enjoy the contents I'm giving. I love you guys. And then those who also come in and just hear what I have to say, I also love you guys. Let's make this world a better place because we can make it a better place. Darkness doesn't have a part. Light must prevail. Okay? And I think that'll be all. So cheers. God bless you. And have a wonderful weekend till I come your way again some other time. Bye for now.